Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're gearing up to operate the absolute ultimate time machine, and we're going to do it using just the power of words. Have you ever read a story where you got completely lost, literally having no idea if something already happened, is happening right now, or is going to happen next? Well, that happens because the author lost control of their time machine. But today, we're going to fix that.
So, let me ask all the fifth graders out there a quick question. Are you ready to time travel? Because to do this, we really need to understand the mechanics of our machine. I want you to think of verbs as our engines. They're the action words, right? The doing words, like jump, run, or think. But an engine needs direction, and that is exactly where tenses come in. Tenses are basically the dials on our control panel that let us leap through time.
So the crucial point here is this. Tense is just the specific form a verb takes to tell us exactly when something happens. It is our main control panel for reality. Think about it. Without tenses, we wouldn't be able to tell our friends what we did yesterday, what we're doing today, or what our big plans are for tomorrow.
Imagine your time machine dashboard. From our central tense control, we have three main directions we can travel today. We've got the present tense for things happening right now, the past tense for things that are already completely finished, and the future tense for things that haven't even happened yet.
You know, to tell a truly great story, you have to keep your events in the perfect order. Just picture a simple timeline in your head. The past is before, the present is right now, and the future is later.
Now let's see how tweaking that tense dial completely changes reality. Imagine a girl with a broom. Set the dial to the past and we say, she swept. The action is totally over. Turn it to the present and it becomes, she is sweeping. It's literally happening right before our eyes. Crank that dial to the future and it's, she will sweep. It's a plan, but it hasn't started yet. So that's one single verb creating three entirely different realities.
All right, section 1, staying in the present. What is happening right now?
We'll kick things off with the simple present tense. We use this for daily habits and general facts. For example, the sun rises in the east. Now you might notice a cool little trick here. For some subjects, we just add an S or an ES to the base form of the verb. So rise becomes rises. Or if I say Jack plays football, play becomes plays. It simply shows us that something regularly happens.
But wait, what if something is actively happening right this very second? Well, that's where we bring in the present continuous tense. We use this kind of magic ing continuation beam to turn a simple action into a superpower that is actively in progress.
Let's apply that magic ing rule right now. Think about our friend with the broom again. To show she is actively sweeping the floor at this exact moment, we use a helping verb like is, am, or are, and we follow it with our verb ending in ing. So sweep becomes is sweeping. This paints a super vivid picture for the reader that the action is alive and ongoing.
Hit that big rewind button. Section 2, rewinding to the past, actions that are completely finished.
Let's check our time machine manual real quick. How exactly do we make a verb travel to the past? Well, for most regular verbs, you just need to attach a simple ed to the base form. So play becomes played, like I played soccer yesterday. Pretty simple, right? But hey, grammar loves to keep us on our toes. Think about the verb go. It doesn't become goed, it becomes went. That's what we call an irregular verb, and sometimes we literally just have to memorize those special time travel codes.
Just like the present, the past has different flavors. Simple past is totally done and dusted. Mrs. Robert fed the stray dogs. But check out the past continuous. Notice how it uses the helping verbs was or were plus our magic ing beam. Jean was waiting for the train. This shows us an action that kept going on for a while in the past, usually right before something else happened.
Push that throttle forward. Section 3, fast forwarding to the future. What comes next?
Okay, here is the absolute best part. Traveling to the future is surprisingly easy. You simply add the helping word will or shall right before your base verb, and boom, it safely lands us in the simple future tense. The cook will wrap the sandwiches, or I will go to the park. It's a basic plan, securely locked right into our future timeline.
Let's see this magic ing beam in action with Tux the octopus. Tux is telling us all about his slide. Yesterday, he was sliding. Right now, I am sliding. And tomorrow, I will be sliding. Notice how the main verb sliding stays exactly the same. Only the little helping verbs change to steer the time machine.
Section 4,
Finding the time clues. Become a grammar detective.
All right, detectives. Here are some highly practical time clues to look for in sentences so you can keep the order of events perfectly correct. If you see the word yesterday, your brain should immediately lock on to the past tense. If you see every day, well, that's a habit, so it's simple present. Now means present continuous, and tomorrow is a dead giveaway for the future tense. Memorize these clues, and I promise you'll never get lost in time.
Now, are you ready for a Master Detective challenge? Enter the present perfect tense. Listen to this sentence. I have lived there since January. Words like since or for act just like a bridge, beautifully connecting an action that started in the past and continues right up to the present. You use has or have plus the past form of the verb. It's quite literally a bridge connecting yesterday directly to today.
Okay, detectives, quiz time. Let's test that brand new time machine mastery with a tricky, interactive question. Listen closely to this sentence. I will be knowing the answer tomorrow. Does that actually sound right to your ear? Think about that ing continuous being we talked about earlier.
The answer is nope. And here is exactly why this matters. Some verbs don't actually like the continuous ing beam. Verbs that show a state of being, thinking, or possessing, like know, like, or want, usually prefer to stick to the simple tenses. So the totally correct way to say it is simply, I will know the answer tomorrow. And just like that, we've reached the end of our journey. You now know exactly how to operate the dials of past, present, and future. So I'm going to leave you with this final provocative thought to help you write your own future. What will you be doing tomorrow? Will you be playing? Will you be studying? Master these tenses and you can tell your own incredible stories to anyone at absolutely any time. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer and keep exploring those tenses.